Hello everybody and welcome back to the A-Side. I'm your host, Riley. Imagine if I made you all actually wait another year for part 3 of this after it's been like a year since part 1. That would be really funny. But I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to finish this record now. I just thought if I did the last 8 songs all in one, it was going to be a hell of a fucking video to edit. And also, y'all probably weren't going to watch that. So let's just finish it up. Track 9, Dedicated, aka the best Carly Rae Jepsen album, Bite Me. It's got Julian on it. It's a cool bass effect. Really neat sound to it. I love the fuzziness. I love the glitchiness. Not glitchiness, but definitely fuzziness. It's definitely very fuzzy, very static, not glitch. I'm sorry. That's what I meant. Staticky. I love it. I keep talking about how much I love her voice. It's just one of the best things out there, man. I love that inflection, too. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, the vocal layering there. For that short second, we're on a double track, and she has the bring out up there. Just such a really neat touch. It's little, but that's the kind of stuff I really appreciate. You know, I love harmonies. I love vocal layering. It comes from being a Beach Boys fan. I really tend to appreciate harmony in music. So when I hear these harmonies, any band, that's part of the reason why I enjoy the Beths as much as I do, because they have those harmonies. Or Fleet Foxes, man, when they do those Brian Wilson-esque, like, Teenage Symphony to God kind of melody, harmonies on some of the songs on their self-titled record, man. That's part of the reason that record's a 10. That's right, you can put that in the A-side canon. Fleet Fox self-titled is a 10 out of 10. There are a myriad of reasons I love that record. Anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent. But she is such a gorgeous, gorgeous vocalist, man. Listening to this with the pair of headphones I am, that's a pretty decent pair of headphones. And hearing it bounce from ear to ear is always so neat. I don't know. It's just a cool effect. It shows that they paid attention, and that they put care in the mixing and engineering and stuff. It wasn't just thrown together. It was done meticulously and purposefully, and I appreciate that. And the more is coming in the mix, the more, like, overwhelming it's becoming, but the more, like, gorgeous it's becoming, the more it's sweeping me off my feet into the air, man. I understand a lot of people probably are gonna get this. They're gonna look at me, they're gonna watch this video. You know, the people I've picked up from, like, the Lovejoy videos, or, like, from, like, maybe, like, the Arctic Monkeys videos, who are into more, like, mainstream or, like, less experimental artists, are gonna hear this and be like, Riley, this is noise, what the fuck are you talking about? But it's cool. But I don't want to say I come from that background, but I've spent a lot of time with, like, the Mew-core artists, so I'm a little more, versed, I'm a little more experienced, I'm used to this kind of stuff, and I enjoy this kind of stuff. I mean, I've listened to, like, the early My Bloody Valentine stuff. I have You Made Me Realize, Feed Me With Your Kiss on vinyl. They're both sides. And I love that record, but there's some moments on that record that get, like, loud and ugly, and I don't think people necessarily like that. I mean, Daughters, been listening to Daughters since 2018, You Won't Get What You Want, a record like that, or shit like Death Grips, and then, of course, like, Have a Nice Life. So I'm very much used to this kind of dreamy, very loud, very fuzzy, very overwhelming kind of noisy music, and I really enjoy that sound. And it feels like there's a purpose too. It's not just noise for noise. It's going somewhere. It's doing something. It has a statement. It's not just, patting itself on the back. That is a family-friendly, YouTuber, advertising-friendly way to say that. You're welcome, Susan. Fuck you, Susan. Here's another cool song. I'm just thoroughly impressed by the soundscapes and experimentation. I've just found everything so cool and so interesting so far. There hasn't been a dull moment on this album, really. Anyway. Dedicated Against the Grain. Oh my god. The next song is Limp Bizkit. My favorite band is Limp Bizkit. I'm kidding. The song's called Chocolate Matter. So I have a long rivalry with that album, Hot Dog Flavored Water. Chocolate Starfish and Hot Dog Flavored Water is the worst album I've ever heard. I listened to it probably in like 2017, 2018, and actually felt nauseous afterward. I hated it that much. That's a sidetrack though. The song's called Chocolate Matter, and it's probably going to be good, unlike anything from that record. The shoegaze thing is back, and it's called Chocolate Matter because the song sounds so sweet, and it does. Those melodies off the bat, super sweet, but once again, it has that, like, weepy melancholy, and I love the way their voices bounce off each other, and the guitar, man, it has that, washed out, dreamy, layered sound to it. The shoegaze is good, man. I don't listen to as much shoegaze or dream pop as I used to. It was a time in my life that time's kind of passed now, but I still adore it. It's still one of my favorite genres, even if I don't listen to it all the time. And it's just so gorgeous. Oh, so dreamy. Whew, that was cool. This synth is so neat. I love its sound for one, but for two, to have a synth come so clearly through the kind of shoegaze sound is so unique and so bold. I think this is my favorite song of the album so far, actually. Of course, Riley likes the shoegaze song. What a surprise. I don't know why I turned into Donald Trump. Of course, Riley likes the shoegaze song. What a surprise. It's beautiful, truly. Bleep bloop. I assume this is going to probably lead into the next song, which is the longest song title on the album. Entitled To all the dancers of the world, a round form of fantasy. That sounds like a Panic at the Disco line. Anyway, I like the shoegaze song. Clap? What a revelation. Anyway, Chocolate Matter gets the green. Yeah, of course. Dreamy, layered, dense, watery, whatever the fuck you want to call it, man. It just sounded beautiful. Anyway, the next song. Ooh. That synth, like, this electronic here, sounds so, like, undistinctly like anything else on this record. I don't know why. It sounds, like, really nostalgic, though. Oh, okay, fuck that. We're gonna switch things up. Yeah, this has a really, like, nostalgic feel to it, but I love it. It's very pretty. Like I said earlier, just so overwhelming, but so beautiful. Seems like at the end of the record here, they're really leaning into that shoegaze thing. And I'm totally okay with that. It's so well done. I love shoegaze, man. I need to listen to it more. I mean, I've listened to Loveless a billion times in my life, but so many other great records too, that even I haven't heard that I need to. It's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. So that was, To All the Dancers of the World. A round form of fantasy. Another one of those shoegazy songs. That gets the green. And final track, Design 2 and 3. Very post-punk sounding guitar. Post-punk, dream poppy. Getting into that kind of My Bloody Valentine. Ooh, but those keys, man. That's really cool. It's giving me, like, Isn't Anything, My Bloody... Which is the only of the main My Bloody Valentine records I don't have on vinyl, by the way, because for some reason it, like, wasn't shipped to the US, and then it was, like, sold out immediately online, so I didn't get myself a copy of Isn't Anything, and I'm mad, but I have, like, a old copy of Loveless, and I have a copy of You Made Me Realize, and then I have the reprint of MBV, but I don't have Isn't Anything yet. I really want it. Anyway. Dude, Soft as Snow but Warm Inside is a fucking brilliant song. That is one of the most amazing songs ever written, dude. It's so good. I haven't listened to it in a while, actually, but it's amazing. Oh, that guitar, man. The fuzzy distortion on it. I like this, the more casual sound of this song, too. You know? Whereas the other songs felt like they're really trying to do something, this one just feels like we're gonna make a song, you know? And they hopped in the studio and started recording. Oh, yeah. Going straight into that shoegaze fuzz, man. And it's a pool I will dive headfirst in any day of the week. It's so distorted, but so sweet at the same time. That's the interesting thing about shoegaze, is it's so loud and distorted and noisy, but so dreamy, ethereal, and beautiful. I love it. Love it, love it, love it to death. This song also feels very much like a lullaby with how soft it is, and his vocals are almost whispered. Actually, it reminds me of the closing song on the White Album. Good Night, Sleep Well, I think it's called. Just with distortion pedals and tremolo guitars and glider techniques and all that good shit. Oh, and they're singing together. When they sing together, they're unstoppable, which is unfortunate. And it ends on a fade, man. Fades out. Not with a boom, but with a whimper. Leaving you on those gorgeous keys. And that's it. That's Velocity Design Comfort by Sweet Trip. Yeah, Design 2 and 3 was a gorgeous way to end the album. Gets the grain. And I feel like I've completed an arc in my life. A chapter in my life has been closed. Because the first part of this video came out in February 2nd, 2022. And, it's 12:09 a.m. on January 23rd, 2023. I recorded that first episode and released it on the second day of my second semester of college ever. And here I'm about to go into the second semester of my sophomore year in 8 days. And a lot can change in that time, but a lot hasn't either. And I've held my resolve as a person throughout all this time. And I just want to say, if you've stuck with me throughout, if you watched that first video and were like, this guy needs to release part 2, and you've waited a whole year for me to release part 2, you are a legend. And I hope you've enjoyed these videos, and I hope you stick around. And for those of you who are just finding me now, there's going to be more this year, man. I love this. I love this channel. I love this album. I feel like as far as closing thoughts go, I've explained myself pretty thoroughly about how I feel throughout these songs, but I wouldn't feel right giving this a 10 off the rip, because I feel like an album to get a 10 off of first reaction, it really needs to do something really special. And this album was great, don't get me wrong. I'm going to give it a 9+ out of 10, but I feel like a 10 would jumping the shark just a little bit. Amazing stuff, though. If you want me to react to more Sweet Trip, leave a like and comment. I've heard some of their other stuff. Like, I think it's called Milk. Air Supply I've heard Milk. And I think I have another one of my like songs playlist, if you would just give me a second. Air Supply and Milk, those are the 2 songs, yeah. So I've heard those 2 songs, and they're both amazing. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching throughout all this, and there'll be more in the future. I'll see you all next time.